today. From Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL and will be with another storied franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making a Pro Bowl in his second season, but what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including Pittsburgh, that there's still something to be unlocked in him as a starter.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Play action. Now Trubisky. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On second down, this is Harris. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Finding Hilton on the slant. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Here's Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're on offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Trubisky will throw. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky, his throw incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And the Buffalo offense ready to bring out their high-powered attack. And at the center of it all, of course, the rocket arm man in his 5th year out of Wyoming, Josh Allen.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the 4th-year running back. This is Devin Singletary.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, the Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall, and it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Yep.
Now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. A good call there by Sean McDermott to throw the flag.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The Bills at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They go right back to Singletary.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with
like
sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and we get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
In prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Bills have recovered. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Eluding the pressure right.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about what...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Trubisky.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
To give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Harris running straight ahead. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Trubisky to throw.
He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Throwing here, Trubisky.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They hand this off to Harris, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. For the Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen.
To Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
On the catch, it's Crowder.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now the Bills will hustle to the line. From the 17, Allen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And the Patriots have the lead in the final stages before halftime. Kendrick Bourne, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. In our game, it's been Mitchell Trubisky who's looked sharp thus far. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. And they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Devin Singletary's in his 4th year in Buffalo, and he's coming off career best in carries and yards, and he's hoping that 2022 is the year that Buffalo runs him to his first 1,000-yard season.
Singletary again. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now they'll throw with Allen. Steps away.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A give up the middle to Singletary. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. That one good for 24 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Singletary here running out of the gun. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So on 4th down, out is Tyler Bass in the Buffalo field goal unit. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down.
That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Harris has it over the middle.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Trubisky lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. On the defensive end, Cameron Sutton with the tackle. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right back to Singletary on second down.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. A give, Singletary right side. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
James Cook, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was the rookie James Cook who took it in to finish the drive.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 2nd and inches, Trubisky
locates Claypool on the crossing route.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 42. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
On 1st down, Trubisky.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bills to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a 3rd-year man from Utah, Zach Moss.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
First down, they stay with Moss on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. It's complete to Diggs. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now Allen. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Allen to throw.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Allen.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Well played defensively. Nearly had the interception, but it's 2nd down.
One last shot for Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and